And it's raining.
Cut it out.
Hello, if you don't know me yet, my name is Jenna. I'm a Canadian who has been living here in Germany since 2014, and I share all of my tips and tricks to moving to Germany. I talk with the experts, I share my experiences all over here on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification if you would like more videos coming your way soon. But today I have a very special video for you, and that is because I promised you guys that once we reach 10,000 subscribers, I would get a little bit more personal with you. And that also means opening you up to my life here in Germany. So what better place to start than giving you guys a tour of my German apartment here. Some things are the same as they were for me in Canada, but a lot of things are different. So I'm just gonna take you around my apartment here. We are moving, so I think it's gonna be really interesting to see the difference between renting an apartment here in Germany versus buying a house here in Germany. And I will share our journey along the entire process step by step, because I know many of you are also interested in buying property here in Germany. But first, let's take a look at my German apartment. Welcome to my first, I guess, kind of vlog. I'm with my son right now. We're in the kitchen. You wanna say hello? And I figured if any of you have watched my video about we just bought a house, I will link it up here for you. We were making some offers on some houses. We didn't end up getting them, but we had purchased a house a few years ago, which now we are renovating to move into. So it sounds a bit echoey. That is because it is quite echoey. I am getting rid of a ton of furniture right now, so it kind of looks half lived in, half not lived in, and also a little bit messy. But I tried to clean up for you guys at least the best I could. I just thought it would be cool because this is gonna be like my last official video, you know, in this place, showing you guys around. And I thought that this would be a cool video for me too, to look back on and be like, oh, that was our apartment. We've been living here for over 5 years now. He likes washing the dishes sometimes. So let me finish up with the dishes here, and I'm gonna take you on a little tour around our apartment so that you can see what it's kind of like living here in Germany, what the apartments are like, what you can expect, and yeah, let's go. So let's start here where I was filming. It might look a bit weird to you because we used to have a section here where we used to do our prep in the kitchen, which is now my son's corner. And then over here we actually used to have the stove, and now it's my son's stove. So that's not usually like that. We did have a gas oven, but we're getting rid of that for when we leave. And then these windows are also very stereotypical German. A lot of Germans say, what are you talking about? I don't know what makes them any different, but they open this way, as you can see. And they open kip, or I don't even know what you would say in English, tilted. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's take you over into our dining room area, I guess. We used to have a cupboard here, so that's why all of our cutlery and plates and bowls are there. But this is where I was filming one of my recent videos when I was mentioning that we have 10,000 subscribers. This is our little reading egg. I'm trying to think of what would make this stereotypical German, but I guess, I mean, everybody's apartments are different, but I guess you'll notice from the layout that things can be quite strange. Like for me, what was really strange was that the fridge is not necessarily always in the kitchen, and that's because it doesn't always fit. And also, you'll notice in a second that the washing machine, sometimes they put them in the kitchen if it fits. Also, another thing I didn't mention is this hot water boiler is not super common in North America, or at least it wouldn't be this massive eyesore in the kitchen. It might be in the basement or somewhere a little bit less noticeable. We actually hid that with a ton of wood, but now since I'm clearing out everything for our big move. All right, so this is the bedroom. You'll notice right away that here in Germany, your bed? We sleep with 2 different sheets, and I actually absolutely love this now. Over here in the corner is where you see me always filming my YouTube videos, so I'm really looking forward to having a little bit more space for filming when we do move. Otherwise, that's the bedroom. You'll also notice in the doors, that we use these like super old school keys, if you can see, which is not really that common in North America. To be honest, I've never seen something like this until I moved to Germany, but I think it's super cute. Also, one thing I wanted to mention was our weird spot for our dryer. That is because it didn't fit in our bathroom, because in Germany, you either put them in the bathroom or the kitchen or potentially the basement. Ours did not fit. I will show you. Okay, so this is the bathroom. And you'll notice right away there's a washing machine. Bathrooms in Germany I find to be extremely tiny, but there's not much to show you here. Also, these buttons I also used to find hilarious, because when I first got here, I didn't know what these were for, like number 1 and number 2, you know? So when you got a big job to flush, then you got the big button. This is the hallway. And also, we used to have pictures here, tons of pictures of the family, but I've taken those down for the move. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what I can tell you about what's stereotypical here or not. It's quite a normal hallway. And then this was our living room, has now turned into our son's bedroom. He actually refused to sleep in a crib. He refused to sleep in his own bed. Where's your bed? Yeah, so he sleeps on the sofa because it's his favorite place in the whole wide world, isn't it? This is super, super German, and you guys might find this funny, but these Kallax-Regalen, you know, like the IKEA Kallax square boxes, I'm pretty sure every single German has one of these in their house somewhere. So also the Bobby car, in our case the Pookie car, is very, very typical. But that is our living room. And then the other balcony where I used to have flowers. Oh my goodness, it's really raining. Used to have lots of flowers, but now we've just kind of downgraded everything we have because we're about to move. And it's raining. So if you don't live in Germany yet, you're probably wondering, how much do you really pay for an apartment here? And the simple answer is, it depends. It really does depend where you're living. If you're planning on living in a major city like Düsseldorf, Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, chances are you're going to be paying a little bit higher of a price than you would in a smaller town. You can find some really, really amazing places and some much bigger spaces in the outskirts of the cities than you might in a city center. So here in Düsseldorf, I live in a 73 square meter flat, and we pay about 800 euros warm. I should just note here that we've been living in this apartment for quite a while, which means rent has in the last few years significantly increased. So I would say in Düsseldorf, a couple living here in the inner city would typically be looking at spending around 1,200, sometimes even 1,500. I mean, the cost can of course go up depending on what size apartment you are looking at, but if you are looking at something modest that's between 65 and perhaps 75 square meters, then you might be looking at paying somewhere between 900 and 1,200 euros. If you're living in a different part of Germany, please let us know if you can and if you're comfortable with it in the comment section below, how much you're paying for your rent and where exactly you're living, and perhaps how big your apartment is, because this also helps internationals who are moving to Germany get a better understanding of what they should and what they could be paying, because of course there are also many ways for internationals to sadly get ripped off when they move here. Of course, furnished apartments are a lot more expensive than unfurnished apartments, but a lot of people actually tend to book an Airbnb at the very beginning, which can be rather pricey. So it's good for all of the internationals watching this video to know exactly how much they might need to pay in rent when they move here to Germany. Another thing I did not show you guys in this video, but I do actually give you a quick little view of it in one of my other videos, which I will link above here, and that is the cellar. So a lot of the time, if you're living in a city, you will often get a cellar space in the basement. They are extremely creepy if you ask me, but they usually have a decent amount of space where you are likely going to have to put your bike, because a lot of landlords do not let you park your bike in the hallway, so you'll have to bring it down to the cellar or up to your apartment. And there's a lot more storage for everything else that you don't need in your apartment, like for me, my Christmas supplies, our summer gear, winter jackets, old baby stuff, etc. So I am definitely going to make more of these vlog style videos, and not just in my house but all over Germany, because this is what I love to do, and I want to take you guys on a more interactive journey of my life so that you can get to know me better and I can get to know more about you guys and what you love. So if there is something specific that you would love to know more information about, just let me know in the comment section below. Und wie immer, vielen, vielen lieben Dank und bis später.